TV soap news and spoilers say that the world of Beyond the Gates is a labyrinth of high-stakes drama, where secrets buried decades ago claw their way to the surface, threatening to unravel the carefully constructed lives of Fairmont Crest's elite. At the heart of this soap opera's latest explosive arc is a question that has fans buzzing. Could Anita Dupri, the regal matriarch of the Dupri dynasty, uncover a devastating truth about Peach's claims and Leslie's parentage? Is it possible that Leslie Thomas, who has boldly staked her claim as Barbara Mitchell's daughter, is not who she believes herself to be? And if so, could this revelation lead to a dramatic disinheritance that shakes the very foundations of the Dupri legacy? Let's dive deep into this tantalizing storyline, exploring its potential twists, emotional stakes, and the seismic impact it could have on the characters and the community of Fairmont Crest. The arrival of Peaches, a catalyst for chaos. The drama begins with the sudden arrival of Peaches, portrayed with enigmatic intensity by Arl Michelle, who storms into Leslie Thomas's life like a hurricane. Her entrance is nothing short of cinematic, a woman from Leslie's past, reappearing after decades of estrangement, claiming to bear a life-altering secret. Peaches reveals that she is terminally ill, her time running out, and her mission is to set the record straight about Leslie's origins. According to Peaches, Leslie, played with fiery defiance by Trisha Mann Grant, is the daughter of Barbara Mitchell, the forgotten fourth member of the iconic girl group, the Articulates. This bombshell is a game-changer, positioning Leslie as the rightful heir to Barbara's legacy, including a substantial trust fund established by none other than Anita Dupri herself. The revelation sends shockwaves through Fairmont Crest, a community where wealth, status, and secrets are the currency of power. Leslie, long dismissed as an outsider and troublemaker, suddenly holds the keys to a fortune that could rival the Dupri family's own. Her newfound status as Barbara's heir grants her not only financial clout but also creative control over the Articulates' intellectual property, a catalog that continues to generate millions through streaming platforms and modern sampling. For Leslie, this is a triumphant moment, a chance to rise from the ashes of her marginalized past and confront the elite who once scorned her. But as the dust settles, a nagging question emerges: can Peach's story be trusted? Her arrival is shrouded in mystery, and her motives are far from clear. Is she truly a dying woman seeking to make amends, or is there a darker agenda at play? Fans of Beyond the Gates are no strangers to deception, and Peach's tale has all the hallmarks of a classic soap opera swindle. Peaches, a master manipulator or a desperate mother? Peach's backstory, as revealed in recent episodes, adds layers of complexity to her character. According to the Beyond the Gates wiki, Peaches was a close high school friend of Barbara Mitchell, whose promising career as a singer was tragically cut short. When Barbara became pregnant, she confided in Peaches but refused to disclose the identity of the father. Unwilling to raise a child, Barbara entrusted the baby, Leslie, to Peaches, who was unable to conceive herself. Barbara imposed strict conditions. Peaches was to move away, sever all contact, and tell the child her mother had died. Peaches named the child Dana Leslie, honoring Barbara's wishes, and raised her as her own. But their relationship soured during Leslie's teenage years, culminating in a falling out when Leslie allegedly tried to steal Peach's partner, a betrayal that led to decades of silence between them. Now, in 2025, Peaches has resurfaced, claiming she hired a private investigator to track down Leslie and deliver the truth about her parentage. Her emotional plea, that she's dying and wants to ensure Leslie receives her rightful inheritance, tugs at the heartstrings. Yet, there's an undercurrent of unease. Peach's story is almost too perfect, too conveniently timed. Why now, after all these years? And why is she so insistent on Leslie claiming Barbara's legacy? Could Peaches be orchestrating a scheme to secure a financial windfall for herself or someone else? The possibility that Peaches is a fraud is a tantalizing thread in this narrative tapestry. If Leslie is not Barbara's daughter but Peach's own, the implications are staggering. Peaches could be using Barbara's tragic legacy as a cover to manipulate Leslie into believing she's entitled to a fortune that doesn't rightfully belong to her. Such a deception would align with the soap opera's penchant for jaw-dropping twists, where no one is ever quite who they seem. Anita Dupri, the Grand Dame under siege. At the center of this storm is Anita Dupri, portrayed with commanding gravitas by Tamara Tooney. As the former lead singer of the Articulates and the matriarch of Fairmont Crest's most powerful family, Anita is no stranger to scandal. Her life has been a carefully curated masterpiece of poise and control, but Leslie's claim to Barbara's legacy threatens to unravel it all. The revelation that Leslie is Barbara's daughter, and that Anita herself established the trust fund Leslie now stands to inherit, is a bitter pill. It forces Anita to confront a painful past, one where Barbara's dreams were shattered, and Anita rose to fame on the ashes of her friend's downfall. The tension between Anita and Leslie reaches a boiling point in a now iconic scene where Leslie, emboldened by her newfound status, confronts Anita at the Dupri estate. Leslie's accusations, that Anita drove Barbara to her tragic end, cut deep, and Anita's response is a resounding slap that echoes through the fandom. As Beyond the Gates creator Michelle Val-Jean noted in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, this moment was meticulously crafted to showcase Anita's strength and vulnerability. Anita's reaction and that amazing slap she gave, that had to hurt. Val-Jean remarked, emphasizing the emotional weight of the confrontation. But Anita is not one to be outmaneuvered. Her instincts as a survivor kick in, and whispers of a counteroffensive begin to circulate. Could Anita, with her vast resources and connections, launch an investigation into Peach's claims? The idea is not far-fetched. Anita's attorney has already confirmed Leslie's parentage, but what if new evidence comes to light? A private investigator, perhaps one hired by Anita's ally Ted Richardson, could uncover discrepancies in Peach's story, revealing that Leslie is not Barbara's daughter but Peach's own, a twist that would upend Leslie's claim to the inheritance and restore Anita's control. The disinheritance plot, a game-changer. The possibility of Leslie's disinheritance is a narrative goldmine, ripe with dramatic potential. If Anita discovers that Peaches is a fraud, the fallout would be catastrophic for Leslie. Her dreams of wealth and power would crumble, leaving her once again on the fringes of Fairmont Crest society. The financial implications are immense. Leslie's inheritance includes not only Barbara's trust fund but also control over the Articulate's intellectual property. Losing this would strip Leslie of her newfound influence, relegating her to the role of outsider once more. But the drama wouldn't stop there. Leslie, known for her tenacity and scheming nature, would not go quietly. As Tricia Mangrant teased in an interview with Soap Opera Daily, Leslie's backstory is only the beginning, with several smaller secrets poised to grow into something massive and intriguing. A disinheritance plot could push Leslie to new extremes, perhaps leading her to forge alliances with other enemies of the Dupri family or uncover even darker secrets about Anita's past. The battle for control of the Articulate's legacy could escalate into a full-blown war, with Fairmont Crest as the battleground. Moreover, the emotional toll of such a revelation would be profound. Leslie's rare moments of vulnerability, seen when she learns of Barbara's suicide, hint at a heart beneath her tough exterior. To discover that her entire identity as Barbara's daughter is a lie would be a devastating blow, forcing Leslie to confront questions of who she is and where she belongs. This emotional arc could humanize Leslie, transforming her from a scheming antagonist into a tragic figure fighting for her place in a world that has always rejected her. The broader implications: a legacy in jeopardy. The Peaches-Leslie-Anita triangle is more than a personal vendetta, it's a threat to the entire Dupri legacy. Anita's empire, built on the Articulate's success, is rooted in a carefully curated narrative of triumph over adversity. The revelation that Barbara's daughter, real or not, could challenge Anita's authority exposes cracks in that narrative. If Peach's story is a lie, it raises questions about what other secrets Anita has buried. Did she play a role in Barbara's ousting from the Articulates? Was there more to Barbara's suicide than the official story suggests? And who is Leslie's father, a mystery that Peaches claims not to know? The Beyond the Gates fandom is abuzz with theories, many of which center on Vernon Dupri, Anita's husband. Some speculate that Vernon and Barbara were involved, and that Leslie could be their child, a twist that would make Leslie Anita's stepdaughter and further complicate the family dynamics. Others believe Peaches herself is hiding the identity of Leslie's father to protect her own interests, perhaps because he's a powerful figure in Fairmont Crest. These theories, fueled by fan discussions on platforms like YouTube's Glimmer line, add layers of intrigue to an already complex storyline. Could this story happen in Beyond the Gates? The question of whether this disinheritance plot could unfold in Beyond the Gates is a resounding yes. The show thrives on its ability to weave intricate webs of deception, where every revelation spawns a dozen new questions. The idea that Peaches is a fraud aligns perfectly with the soap opera's DNA, where trust is a luxury and betrayal is a way of life. Anita's decision to investigate Peaches, perhaps prompted by a tip from Ted Richardson or a gut instinct honed by years of navigating Fairmont Crest's treacherous social landscape, feels like a natural progression. Recent episodes, as recapped by Soap Opera Daily and Daytime Confidential, have laid the groundwork for this twist. Peaches' emotional manipulation of Leslie, coupled with her vague answers about Leslie's father, raises red flags. Meanwhile, Anita's fierce determination to protect her family's legacy makes her a formidable adversary. If Ted's secret investigation, hinted at in sources like mnews.allplaynews.com, uncovers evidence that Leslie is Peaches' daughter, not Barbara's, the stage is set for a confrontation that could rival the show's most iconic moments. Fan theories and the road ahead. Fans are not sitting idly by as this drama unfolds. Social media platforms, particularly X, are alight with speculation about where the story is headed. Some believe Peaches is a con artist, using Leslie as a pawn to extort money from Anita. Others argue that Peaches' terminal illness is a fabrication, a ploy to gain Leslie's sympathy and secure her loyalty. A particularly wild theory posits that Barbara is still alive, and Peaches is covering for her, setting the stage for a resurrection plot that would turn Fairmont Crest upside down. Whatever the truth, the Beyond the Gates writers have proven adept at keeping viewers on edge. As Michelle Val-Jean told Entertainment Weekly, the Leslie Barbara reveal was planned from the show's inception, with the dangerous aftermath promising to push the characters to their limits. A disinheritance plot would amplify this danger, pitting Leslie's ambition against Anita's resolve in a battle that could reshape the power dynamics of Fairmont Crest. Conclusion: a soap opera saga for the ages. The potential for Anita to uncover Peaches' fraud and disinherit Leslie is a storyline that encapsulates everything fans love about Beyond the Gates: high drama, shocking twists, and deeply human emotions. Whether Peaches is a grieving surrogate mother or a cunning manipulator, her arrival has set off a chain reaction that threatens to topple the Dupri dynasty. Leslie's claim to Barbara's legacy, and the possibility that it's built on a lie, adds a layer of suspense that keeps viewers glued to their screens. As we await the next chapter in this saga, one thing is certain: Fairmont Crest will never be the same. Will Anita's investigation expose Peaches' deception? Will Leslie fight back with a vengeance, or will she crumble under the weight of a shattered identity? And what other secrets lie buried in the Articulate's past? Only time, and the relentless march of Beyond the Gates episodes, will tell. For now, fans are left to speculate, theorize, and brace themselves for a roller coaster of emotions that promises to be nothing short of epic. What are your thoughts on this electrifying storyline? Do you believe Peaches is a fraud, or is there more to her story than meets the eye? Drop your theories in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going as we unravel the mysteries of Beyond the Gates.